Hi there, it's Russell Lowe speaking, and I'm going to look at creating a pie chart like this, which is a multi-level pie chart. When I first saw this image, I thought it was more complicated than it really is. It seemed to be a range of concentric rings combined with some pie-shaped elements. But in fact, it turns out that you could build this in a much simpler way by creating simple pie charts that overlap each other. It's the colors that make this look like it's actually concentric rings. Now, how to create a pie chart. We've got many different options for creating anything in Illustrator. You might think the best option is to look at the graph tools. Now, the graph tools are fantastic for connecting external data sets into Illustrator, and they're brilliant if you want to change those data sets later, because the pie chart or bar graph can update automatically. So they're fantastic for creating graphs, and I'll give you a link in the description below on how to do that. But we're not going to do that today because it's limited just to creating graphs, and I want to show you some tools and techniques that are applicable in other scenarios. So we could go to the ellipse tool and come over here, create an ellipse, and then use the handle here to drag it into a pie shape. We could do that multiple times, and by holding Alt and left click dragging, and we can adjust this any way we like. And in fact, you can be quite accurate if you go into the shape properties and type in, say, 0 and 30 for the start and end points, and you've got 30 degrees. Here you could change them to say 0 and 180, and then combine those two, change their colors and combine them, and you can see you've got with snapping on, you can create this thing manually. You can create a pie chart manually. Now that won't update automatically, and it's also very particular to a range of, or to one tool, and it doesn't really help you in other scenarios. So let's try changing our approach. So I'll start once again with the ellipse tool. I'll hold down the Shift and Alt so I drag a circle out from the center. I'm going to swap the fill and the stroke, and in the stroke I'm going to change that to something a bit darker so I can see it. That defaulted to fill, so let's just swap that and then knock out the fill. The stroke is a little thin, so I'll just make it a bit thicker, and there you go, we've got ourselves a black circle. Let's use the pen tool, starting outside the shape, finding the center, the smart guide's turned on, coming outside the shape again, hit escape, finishes that line. You can start a new one, and you can see what I'm doing is creating essentially 2 or 3, I guess, segments every time I create a double line like that, a V kind of shape. I can start from the outside and just come into the center and hit escape, come here and come into the center and hit escape as well. And then once I've finished my different segments, select everything and go into the shape builder tools, or sorry, the Pathfinder tools. Now the Pathfinder tools have different modes, and I'm going to give you a link in the description below so you can explore what all of these do, but we're going to use the divide. Click on divide, and you can see it trims all the ends of it and creates a group of shapes. So right click, ungroup, and then I can select just this shape. I can select just that shape, sorry, move it away. Or I can color them individually. Let's choose this one, make it blue, choose this one, make it the dark color. And then, because I've got smart guides turned on, I can snap that back in there again. Right, so that's making a pie chart, but let's have a look at creating maybe a series of shapes like this. Now we go into the Pathfinder tools, hit the V key, select them all, and then hit divide. This time it didn't trim the outsides, but it still made a group. Right click on this, choose ungroup, and then you can select shape like that. That works with all of the different shapes here and all of the different shapes that you can draw with the pen tool, for example. Hit escape, hit the V key to select everything, divide, and now we've got a group again, ungroup it, and then make the bottom of this green. Oh, that's hideous. Blue is a bit better, and the top of it, give it that light color. Right, so we'll use these techniques in the next tutorial to build up this pie chart. Thanks for watching.